What is up? I barely know what I'm talking about. Before today's episode starts, I wanted to inform you all of some really cool news. As of about more than a week ago, a week and couple days, and people on the Patreon, which is the announcement that this is for, already know that the previous episode about werewolves already came out a week early for those guys, which is to say, hey, we got a Patreon. Go check it out. It's Rolling Along Pod, like patreon.com/Rolling Along Pod. Yeah, that's the one. I had to think about it for a second. But yeah, that's that. I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be awesome. I'm super hyped that we got a Patreon for the podcast. And other than that, go check that out. And I hope you enjoy today's episode of Rolling Along Podcast. Go have a good day, guys. Now, I want to try something different. If you're not willing, then I won't. But I want to see if we can everyone introduce themselves at the start of every time. Make it easier on myself for later.
What do you mean by intro?
Okay.
Like just a general intro, and then I'll get started with everything else. Right? Sound good? If everyone doesn't want to do that, okay.
I don't know what you mean. I'm confused.
We'll just go in Discord order, and for me, it's myself, then Becca, then Noob,
No,
and then.
I ain't going second.
All right, then.
I'll go second.
Then it'll be me, then Noob, then Becca, and then Josh.
Okay, I'm confused because I don't know what you mean by intro.
Intro, like, hi guys, welcome to Rolling Along Podcast. I am EpiKris, and I am the DM.
Hello, everyone. I am noob_killer, and I'll be playing Sam today.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
You can just go Eevee Star.
I am green. I go by green. I am green, and I play Chai.
We don't have to do this every time if you guys
I'm
don't
a
want to.
sorcerer. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. It's on brand.
That's funny.
I am Josh, and I play Rasputin.
Rasputin,
and yes, he is a
yes.
rat.
Yes,
And he is a rogue.
Oh yeah. All right. Where we last left off. Sam, Chai, Rasputin, and Amon, adventurers of the multiverse, found themselves within the town of Tombstone and met with Storm, the sheriff of Tombstone. After a night of well-deserved rest, Sam and Chai were visited in their dreams by Sam's dark star, the Starborn, with Chai being brought in as a smaller servant. Soon after awaking, they met Solomon, a local inventor, and after an explosive entrance, met his robot dog. Then they met Farmer Wade, who, after telling the group that his cattle were killed by werewolves, which immediately struck Sam as suspicious, as werewolves do not operate during the day, sent the party to find them. After some time of time distortion, werewolves slain and direwolves beaten, the party hears a familiar voice, that of Farmer Wade, asking the werewolf if he was successful in killing the party. And now, the story continues. You hear his voice. He sees you guys. Ah, fuck. And then he turns around and bolts.
I bolt straight after him.
All right. Anyone else following after Sam? I believe Chai is currently
I don't know,
sitting in the
they're
bag.
I'm
Well, I'm
nowhere
gonna
near
shout.
them.
I'm gonna shout, "Get him!"
Get him. Yeah. Josh, do you have an icon? Because I'll need
Yes,
you to add it
sorry.
to.
There it is.
Yeah. All right. Do me a quick favor. Roll a d20, just flat.
That is a 19.
All right, 19.
Everyone.
Yep.
Or
Not
just-
Chai. Anyone who's chasing after.
Oh, okay. I'll chase after 2. 12.
12. All right. Got a 3. So, all right. He bolts out the door. You guys chase after him, and fairly quickly, since he rolled pretty low, managed to tackle him right outside the entrance to the cave. Okay, get off of me! Quick, get off! Get off!
My knife is on his neck.
You are right here. That's the cave entrance.
My dagger is just held.
Okay. Let's be reasonable here. Don't have to do anything rash.
Rasputin. Tie him up.
Yes. With pleasure.
You move, you die.
Where's the third one? And your little goblin friend?
The goblin. The goblin. Didn't Amon didn't come with us. Amon stayed at the tavern,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Amon stayed at the tavern.
Yeah, I'm on state of the
left.
tavern, yeah.
Our friend's getting the evidence gathered.
I was fairly certain that werewolf would take care of you lot.
Never underestimate us. First mistake.
All right.
I am a rat. Look, just because I am small does not mean I do not know how to kill things. Size does not always matter. You would be surprised what giants I have slain.
I can see that. What do you plan on doing?
Well, we have several pieces of evidence. And when did you receive? Was the letter received about the attack? 3 days.
He kind of like looks down at himself. I'm assuming you're tying him up, right? Like.
Yeah, I'm tying him up during. Like,
Okay,
while
so he's now
saying all
grappled.
this.
He kind of looks down after all. It's just like, fuck. So you know about it, right?
Look, we can barter a deal with Storm if you just tell us the truth. So you cooperated. You did all this under duress. I'll probably cut you a break. Can I roll persuasion?
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 9 plus 9, so that is 18.
18? Yeah, that sounds good. He looks to himself. He looks around and he's like, fine. What do you want to know?
When did you receive the letter, and how long has this infiltration occurred?
I didn't receive it very long ago, but knowing Crackbeak, he's quite a, how do you say, cautious man. After all this, I doubt he'll actually go through with the plan now. He'll probably have some backups. He probably already knows all this went down.
And how is that?
He has eyes. I don't quite know how he does it, but he just knows. It's really quite strange.
Well, Rasputin looks around. If you are looking at us right now, just know that this is what is going to happen to you. I do not know why I'm speaking in French. French accent.
I do not
now.
know
Apparently
why
I'm
I'm
Frenchman.
speaking in the French. I was fairly certain Rasputin was Russian.
Russian.
Oh,
People
man.
Eating Russian.
Rasputin, is he tied up well?
Yes.
Make
He's tied
a survival check.
Survival?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like not tying and stuff like that, right?
That's a flat D20.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him help.
Okay, roll an advantage then.
Help action.
Good, because I need that.
I'll use the help action.
Yeah, roll with an advantage then.
That's a 13 total.
13 total. All right, he's
Passable.
pretty good. Well tied down. Yeah.
Rasputin, tell
Yes.
Chai we couldn't save the werewolf's captor, and I slit his throat.
No, hold on just a minute here. I do believe that if we take him back to the town, well,
like about to slash. Listen to Rasputin.
He like winces at this. He's like closes his eyes, like waiting for it to happen.
now see, while I am a fan of people getting their justice served quickly, this is a different case. We are kind of not really not supposed to be here, but well, it gets complicated, and I think that the people of this land should be able to take care of it as they see fit.
What is there
No?
to see fit? We went to the barn, noticed a break in the fence, noticed something being dragged off. We followed the trail, found him dead outside the cave, tied up.
Right, but
We went
think about
inside,
think about
found
it.
the werewolf.
Think about it this way. If there is pockets like this all over, this is the one pocket of many that could potentially lead us to the bandits' hideout. No? The reason we need him alive is because perhaps he knows more locations.
Do you? I look him in the eye.
Yeah. I know where the main camp is.
You just won your ticket to life. And I like give him a little slap on the cheek. Get Chai. I stand. Farmer up.
All right. And Rasputin goes back inside for Chai.
All right, yeah. You're heading back inside.
He runs right into fucking Chai instantly.
Because it is dark, yeah.
I while that entire conversation was going on, I'll read what I DM'd Chris. Chai
Oh, I
walks
didn't see
it. Walks up into the other room where her friends last were, realizing that everyone is gone, panics for a split second, walks towards the main entrance, and stops just before the door listening to their conversation.
Oh, hello.
Who knows how much she caught of it? But she caught some of it. Who knows how much she did catch? Rasputin just runs straight into fucking Chai instantly.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Jesus, what the hell?
Well, I was coming to go get you. I thought you couldn't see in the dark.
Yo,
Well, when there's this guy and he gestures to the... Oh, shoot, what's his name again?
Wade.
Wade. He gestures to Wade. And he's like, well, you kinda need a little... Not just one person should chase down one person. That is one thing that I have learned in all my years of thieving. That typically, if you're chasing after somebody, you don't want just one. You know, it's inefficient.
To fill you in here, Wade here was expecting us to be lichen food.
ah,
Or even lichens. Did anybody get bit? By the werewolf, at least? The direwolves,
No,
that's a different story. But the werewolves, anybody get bit? No?
I was quite light on my feet. And plus, I'm not sure if they are susceptible to lycanthropy.
well, I'm covered in my own blood. I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm covered in my own blood, but again, I don't know if they can get it. I'm already part animal anyways.
Well, you would just be were-goat? That would be interesting to see.
That would be very interesting. I realized my accent.
Imagine, I mean, just a freaking
By the way,
wolf with big
we're slowly
horns.
walking and talking.
As you're having this conversation, picking up Wade, and like talking about how useful he still is, even though Sam very much wants to put a knife in his throat. You hear a small voice coming from in the direction, which is this way, coming in the direction where you first entered. A small, like, kind of nasally voice is like, "Looks like you got him." You see a little frog dude walking up to you guys.
Frog dude?
Frog person.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry. I don't think Storm actually told me anything about me. I am a thing that I wrote down somewhere. Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting there. There we go. My name is Elira.
Lyra. Lyra.
Elira, yeah.
Elira. Oh,
It is a tricky name.
That's at least how Storm pronounced it. Personally, I prefer Elira or Gargalingasong. That's how you say it in my language.
That is a little bit out of my tongue, unfortunately.
It's more like Elira.
Elira.
Elira. Everyone's just going Elira.
I was trying to figure out how to pronounce.
And then she's nodding to you. It's like, yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, Elira.
Got it.
If only Storm can figure out how to do that. You should listen to Storm trying to pronounce his own name. It's quite funny. I won't tell you exactly, but it's quite interesting.
If you do think about it, he's a warforged. I don't know if they have tongues to prefer to do R's, you know?
Sometimes he calls himself Sturm. It's really funny.
He does not.
Like randomly, he'll just go Sturm and like instead of Storm. So he'll just. It's quite funny. You should catch him when he does that sometimes.
Got it.
He used to do that all the time, actually, but he's recently gotten better.
Well,
having this fucking conversation with Wade here.
Wade is looking at all of you like, the hell is happening?
I still have my dagger. In fact, I'm just like playfully like juggling it a little bit.
Wade is very much confused about what's going on. But you do see like the expression on Wade's face when Elira appears. He's like a face of like recognition, like he knows this little grung.
So you friends?
Not with him. I am second to Storm. We've had actually suspicions of someone in the town, and when randomly you lot left the town, and then shortly after followed by him, Storm sent me to go and see what was going on. And then she points up into a tree and is like, he also sent that guy with that little guy over there. She points over into a tree, and if you follow where her finger's pointing, you see a fairly large metal owl sitting in the tree, like robot owl with glowing blue eyes, who kind of cocks his head when he looks at you guys. Is like,
that thing explodes, I swear.
No, that's Storm's familiar.
I just give a little wave, like, hello.
It is. Oh, so he has seen. Well, like, he could have seen the. Oh.
So it's not going to explode like the dog did.
No. Owls are fairly common, with at least Warforged creating. But if you're talking about Solomon, he doesn't quite exactly know what he's doing, and it's very rare to see robot dogs around here, so it's fair enough.
That's an artificer for you, to be honest.
Well, Wade here's admitted to knowing the location of the main camp. So we're gonna drag him into town, maybe publicly humiliate him a bit, throw some rotten tomatoes or fruit or whatever.
sounds alright, as long as we get him there. We have perfectly good cells in Tombstone just for him.
Now, how do we break it to the lady?
We'll have to deal with that when we get
break
there.
it to your lady that you're a traitor, huh?
He kind of looks down solemnly, like,
I wonder how she'll react. I quickly shapeshift and just give him a slap on the face.
oh, man.
And shapeshift
Ah,
back.
fuck.
Probably something like that.
Oh, man. Well, if you're ready, we can head back into town.
I think that is a good idea.
Alright, heading
Lead
back
the
in.
way.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep on high alert as we walk back to camp, back to town.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm behind Wade with my dagger, just like any hesitation of him like trying to like slow down or bolt, he can feel the poke of my dagger.
Yeah. He's going with you surprisingly willingly. You guys managed to walk all the way back into town, entering the same way you guys left through the little hole in the pasture up and down in the bottom corner. Alira marches with you with Wade in tow, all the way up to the cells over here, and then does a little hop with a pair of keys, opens the door, and then kind of like pushes Wade inside and closes the door, locks it with another hop. There we go.
But he's still like tied, like his hands bound.
Oh, yes.
I make sure I trip him so he's on the floor again. I can blow back up.
Fair enough. Shortly after you guys appear back in town, you hear... Huh?
Sorry, I made my character way too big.
Oh. You hear a
same.
familiar voice coming down. It's like, what happened? You see Arla coming down.
Well, you see, my dear, he did try and kill us today. That was fun.
Yeah.
Do you know that he was working with
Crack beak.
Cracked Claw? I couldn't actually remember his real name
Cracked
for a
beak,
second.
yeah. I
As I
thought for a
couldn't
second I
make
thought you were still going with that thing where you
I was
get his name wrong
trying
every
to, but then I actually couldn't remember his name.
time. It's cracked beak, yes.
And he did try and kill us with werewolves this time. That was fun.
She
Any
like looks
werewolf
at
is
you
a
guys
werewolf,
with a
semantics.
look of expression, like a surprise on her face. She slowly walks up to the edge, is like, "Is this true?" He doesn't look up at all, but Nate does this like a slow nod. It's like after this, she looks at you guys, tears slowly welling up, and is like, "Why? Oh, don't you pretend that you even care. I did care. I still loved you." He hears this and looks down at himself, like very obviously like ashamed. Well, I guess this is where he belongs for now. I'll go fetch Storm. She walks off this way.
I'm so tempted to follow her, but she doesn't. She's gonna be a good one for now.
I would throw some more insults, but is it fair to kick someone while they're down?
Oh no, this is see now this is
He is down literally, by the way.
Pretty much.
well, I mean he is already pretty solemn if you look at him. I mean he should feel bad. If he doesn't, then well he deserves only death.
He's definitely looking like pretty regretful of everything that's going on.
Why would you even do this? It makes no sense. This is your home. Why would you want your home to be destroyed?
Cracked Beak doesn't care where he's going. He'll take over this place anyway. I'm just helping it move along so we can get back to our miserable lives.
We don't really care about
You're-
sacked mead, you know? We don't really care. We're actually here to kill him. But,
That's why he made sure that I lure you over to the werewolves. Clearly that didn't work.
well, to be honest, we weren't even... We don't know much about this guy. Last time we went into a town, we found out that the dude who hired us was actually bad, and the townspeople were good. Well, I think this might have changed from our previous situation. We were thinking about being genuine with this man when we ran into him, but you know what? I don't feel like it anymore.
You hear Arla and Storm come back and is like, well, well. Isn't it? Well, if it isn't Wade. I was fairly certain my suspicions were correct. You did a good job, Alira. And, you three.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Well, I guess we just...
accidental, by the way. We weren't intentionally doing that. You know how you said, oh, the townsfolk could, you know, have a couple of errands for you. So we decided, all of us, we were gonna go separate ways and help different people. Actually very happy that we didn't. Because we decided to go help the farmer because that's the way Sam wanted to go. Isn't that right, Sam? That's where we wanted to go.
Yeah, I wanted to be a good guest and maybe help this town with its food supply.
Yes. But, so we went there. The farmer here, well, former farmer, shall we say, said, oh, heard this bang in his back garden. He was sitting on a chair drunk as all hell. Probably. Who knows? He's like, oh, we go outside. Betsy? Oh, his prized cow in quotations.
Ah, you're talking about Betsy.
Yeah, Betsy's dead.
I always liked that cow. How unfortunate.
Yeah. That cow got killed by werewolves and direwolves that this man sent to go kill that said cow, to
And
drag
rob
us off.
Daylight?
How interesting. You are willing to
Drag us
sacrifice
off.
your own prize cow to get these adventures out of the way.
First red flag and proof of his idiocy, he mentioned that, it might have been werewolves in broad
During
daylight.
During the day. That was interesting. Go to this cave. Magical spell making it dark. That was fun. I can't see in the dark, unfortunately. So, you know. We go there. The big kicker. You know that Thorned something, whatever his fucking name was. The crow dude.
Crackbeak.
Crow man. There was Chris's reaction to that. There was a letter inside the werewolf's pocket after we murdered him, because, you know, when you're being attacked by a creature, you put it down. In the pocket was a message from your big bad guy of your town. The big bad guy, you know? The evil
I'm
man
aware.
that the cat person was with. The letter signed by him.
Which little Willie Wade here knows the location of the main camp of. Isn't that right?
Interesting. Well, we'll give him some time, and then I'll come back and interrogate him. I'll have some information for you later on. If you're willing to come help me deal with the issue, that would be much appreciated.
Of course. We are, unfortunately, a little spent at the moment.
Of course, of course.
You almost got us. Almost. But no cigar, unfortunately. She, shoots daggers at the dude. Trying to intimidate him, by the way. I'm trying to intimidate a man in the cave.
Roll for intimidation.
I'm not gonna do great, but we'll see. It's a 2. But
Okay.
I have +5 on intimidation, so it's still a 7.
It's still not enough. He Wade
still
looks
not
at you,
great.
is just like he has a face of really staring at you and he rolls his eyes and looks away again.
I'm gonna flick him with Mage Hand.
All right.
On the side of the head. I don't know if it does anything. Probably does like 1 damage or something stupid.
Mage
no.
hand. You still roll to it.
It's just a mage hand.
Okay, yeah.
It's just Mage
just
Hand.
5 pounds of force just in a flick.
Oof, yeah.
Which isn't really that much.
So with Mage Hand, you roll it, right? Still, like.
No, Mage Hand is just an at-will cast.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, well, you cast Mage Hand. It reaches in, and it flicks him right in the forehead. He's just like, ah, God, ugh, piss off already.
Fine.
Fine.
Arla walks over here, takes a look at Wade, wipes another tear, and then quickly marches back to the tavern. The Storm is like, well, if you want to take a quick rest, then the tavern's quite over there. Thanks again for your help.
Of course.
You guys go on ahead. I'm going to get a little upgrade, if I can, to my armor. I could use a little bit of more padding.
Chai, did you manage to nab some of those overalls you shouted about?
Overalls? No, because I didn't think they were necessary.
No, just thinking of a costume as all.
A costume? Man, you can change shape! What do you mean costume?
I can't change. My clothes change with me. They stay the same.
Costume.
As we're kind of like standing probably like over here now.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking of pulling off a more advanced version of my funhouse mirror. Psychologically interrogate.
We can go back and get some if you'd like.
No.
I don't really want to go back there in case, you know,
we need to rest.
life.
We need to rest.
Joe.
Just figured some psychological shenanigans might be interesting if his conscience came to life.
I think we should leave the interrogationist on. He seems like he knows what he's doing.
Fair.
I know you want to get your revenge and everything, but come on. Where is it your place in this to get your revenge?
I think you're revenge enough for be stealing his girl, but I'm gonna beat you to it. Shy books off to the tavern.
Slow and steady wins the race as he brushes his hair back with his hands. Walks off.
Oh man, that's funny.
The simps. Rasputin just simps.
Oh man. All right. So you guys are heading to the tavern to go take a rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
and then Rasputin is going to go get new armor, it seems.
Yeah, I wanna get at least a little bit of an upgrade for armor.
All right. So armor shop is right over here. That's the blacksmith.
Okay. Oh.
So, yeah. You guys make your way up to upstairs to go take a rest. So you, and Rasputin, you go ahead and walk into the blacksmith. He looks up from his, from his work. He's beating away at a sword over at the anvil, and he's just like, well, welcome. Anything I can do you for?
Hello. Yes, I just wanted to get a little bit better armor. I have this leather armor, while it has served me very well for quite some time now, but I could use, it could use a little bit more padding.
All right. Anything you have in
while
mind?
also not restricting movement.
All right. So,
In other words, out of game terms, just I think it's just padded leather. Hold on, where's? I can't find it now. Of course, I can't find it. Just equipment. Where is it?
what kind of armor are you like
Currently wearing?
Yeah.
I'm wearing like the base game, like
Like
when
light
you
armor?
start out, just leather armor.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just looking for
Are
studded.
you like only proficient in light armor, or?
I'm also proficient in I think I'm also proficient in medium technically. No, just light. Yeah, just light
light.
armor.
All right. Guess the options is padded leather and studded leather.
Yeah.
Studded leather would be a good upgrade if you want to go for that.
Yeah.
All right, you going for studded leather?
Yep, studded leather.
That'll be. How much gold do you have?
39
29
gold,
yeah.
technically.
That'll be 5 gold.
5 gold?
5 gold for
All right.
studded leather armor.
Is studded? Is that the upgrade? Can't remember if that's the upgrade or not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're all right. You're all right.
I knew what I wanted before the session.
I had to look it up
now
too.
my brain has farted.
I had to look it up too before. Oh yeah, studded leather's better than both padded and regular leather.
Okay, so gives me a little bit of a bonus. Okay. Yep.
All right, he hammers away at the thing, takes your original leather armor and works in some new thing like studs in there. After a bit of time, he like lifts it up and is like, "There you go, good as new, and it'll protect you like a dragon's scales."
Perfect. It is wonderful. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Come again if you need anything else.
Well, definitely. I might just do that.
All right.
I shall see if I need anything else upgraded. Another time, though. Right now, I need some sleep.
All right. Bye now.
Goodbye. And then he heads over to the tavern, and then he starts his little rest. So.
All right. You all head upstairs, take a rest. Go ahead and do a long rest. Everyone.
I think it's just plain studded leather. Yeah. To equipment. Boom.
All right. Wake up the next day. All rested after the werewolf encounter. What is the plan?
I'd probably be downstairs first.
All right. As Sam walks downstairs, you see Arla and wow, I just get it. You see Tehran downstairs chatting to each other. It's interesting. I think I misplaced all my nettles. I just can't quite find them anywhere. And the trip to find them is really long. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can maybe order some more, but with all the shipment issues, can't guarantee that's going to arrive anytime soon. Arla's just like, I guarantee, yeah, it's probably going to be an issue, yeah. When's the last time we've actually had a shipment that wasn't picked off? They both, like, kind of chuckle a little bit, like, not in a while, no. Morning. They see Sam as you walk over to the
Morning.
bar. Anything
How are you holding up?
I'm all right. Little shook is all. It's nothing too serious. Turan goes like, I can, no doubt. After all that, I would be surprised if you weren't. Anything I can get you?
No, I'm just waiting for the rest of my friends to wake up.
All right. Chai and Rasputin, you're waking up as soon as well.
Guy's dead at the moment.
Yes.
What was that?
Guy's dead to the world at the moment.
Okay. It's like, Rasputin, you're making your way over to the bar?
Yeah.
Well, hey, another one appears. How's it? How's it going?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm not sure about this one over here. She looks like death. I'm just going to be honest. You look like death. There's no beating around the bush.
Well, excuse you. You try to be a shape changer and
Wait, does that mean? Wait, hold on. Is Chai just like completely asleep right now, or?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Chai's
Chai's
not
like
even there.
Oh, see, I was like assuming like she was just like dead, like out of it. That's what I was interpreting that as.
Like out cold.
Okay.
Like on her stomach, head on pillow, mouth open, just going.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fair.
I see. Okay. Hold on, let me just change what I said there. Because that is not what he would say.
A changeling and maintain a perfect figure.
Well, it is going good, considering what has happened. I mean, it's part of the job, really.
I do apologize, though. You couldn't have had find out that way.
She looks up from like wiping down the counter and is like, well, I wouldn't have ever expected it from him. I didn't think anything was going that bad. I knew that he was not doing too great recently, but I didn't think it was that bad. But I do thank you. Now, is there anything I can get you for breakfast?
Well, something light for me, not something too heavy.
Just some toast and maybe one of those. What was it? They had the other day coffee. I never had that before.
I can do that. She walks back in the back and gets you both
coffee.
Coffee, toast, and stuff. Brings it back for you. It's like, it's on the house for today.
Stay wild, we appreciate it, miss.
Oh yes,
stay wild. We had other means of getting or waking ourselves up in the morning.
Did you slap yourselves awake? I'm very curious as to how you woke yourself up.
Sam takes a sip and immediately, like, his face like halfway shifts to like 4 different other faces.
Jesus.
And he just peps up like, oh, okay.
That is coffee. It is very packed with what is called caffeine.
I can get used to this.
That's funny.
If we ever visit my place, let me tell you, friend, we have some strong stuff there. We have vodka that has caffeine, for crying out loud.
Oh, that sounds awful.
And I apologize if this weird anyone out. I'm a changeling. We can shift our forms on at will, really.
She laughs a little bit. It's like, that's all right. Turan sits up from his chair and he goes like, well, I better be off. I gotta tend to the store real fast and find someone who can probably get those nettles for me. See you around. Walks over this way. Out towards the door.
Well,
Walks out.
Sam, what do you think? I mean, they did say that we needed to help them. We could do scouting ahead today. Perhaps
Let's
find
see
any
if Storm
traces.
was successful with interrogation, because
That probably should be our first stop. That is a better idea than I had.
he apparently knew the location of the main camp. Then it's just running reconnaissance.
Which will be a little bit... If it's out in the middle of the desert, will be a little bit, well, tricky.
No, I can infiltrate.
That is true. You can try anyways. We did say that a feather man, whatever his name is, it's Crow? Crackbeak. Oh, Crackbeak. Yes, yes. The man with the crack beak.
Cat eyes everywhere, correct?
Yes, he has said that he has eyes everywhere, so I'm pretty sure that he knows that he is in jail. So if you come over, you go in there.
Not if we stage a breakout. And I swap places. He remains in captivity, preferably in someone's basement. I return to camp.
Well, let's see what the Storm has to say first.
It's a risk, and I'm willing to take it.
Not sure if Chai would want you to risk that, but you do you.
You two wouldn't be that far away, and plus, I can just light something on fire, and the smoke will signal your arrival.
Don't need a distraction, no.
Pretty sure whatever I light on fire will be distraction enough.
Unless it is distracted by a rat too. If the rat lit it on fire. Do I have permission? Is it time to commit arson? Not here, by the way. Arson elsewhere.
Let's see how Chai feels about this plan, and then we run it by Storm as well.
Well, like we said, we don't know what Storm has to say anyway, so this is all just hypothetical. I do like committing a few crimes here and there.
Raid might redeem himself.
We shall see.
All right, you heading out to talk to Storm and Wade and all that, or are you heading somewhere else?
Well, I'm definitely gonna wake up Chai before this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What is Chai doing right now? Just still sleeping like a log?
How high is this building? And how large is the window? Don't ask. I have
Two stories. It's about like half, like the width, like the from like probably half how tall Chai is.
2 feet wide.
Yeah, roughly
like,
there. Yeah.
5 or 4 something tall.
I mean, pretty decent sized window.
Can I get through the window? Another question.
You can if you tried, yeah.
Alright, we're gonna try. I'm gonna try and get out of this building. I'm gonna try and scare my friends. That's my plan.
Okay.
I woke up realizing Sam wasn't in the room, and I went, okay, they're probably downstairs. Let's fuck with them. So I'm gonna make it look like the blankets are all fucked up. Right? To make it look like messed up, like to make it look like someone is still there. kind of deal.
Okay.
You know, like the college stuffing the blankets, the high school stuffing the blankets.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make it look with a struggle. I was like, oh dear
No,
God.
no. I make it look like it.
Roll a
It'd be
deception.
deception, yeah.
Yeah, roll deception.
17.
Oh yeah, okay. This is pretty convincing. It's not like the greatest ever, but it looks just like someone's sleeping in the bed. Looks like
Yeah, and then I'm gonna hop out the window. I'm gonna try and see if it's safe to get in front of the window before I just yeet myself out of the window.
it is a 2-story building. You are on the second story of this
Like,
building.
is there any posts or anything?
But she's got the hop, so.
I do have the hops.
There isn't very much on the surrounding side besides like on the door the side of the building that you have. There is like a large stone near the bottom, but other than that, there isn't like too much to work with. It'll be just pretty much a straight drop down to the ground.
All right, we're gonna attempt it. We're gonna attempt it.
All
So
right,
what I'm gonna do is
roll.
I'm gonna grab the windowsill,
Okay.
so it's like less of a fall, and try
Okay.
and not break my ankles on the way down.
Roll acrobatics.
Can you roll perception? Because I'm pretty sure legs will be dangling. in front of all
Sure,
these
go ahead.
windows.
Roll perception. Or actually,
be
what is your
21 on
passive
acrobatics.
perception?
Oh no, my passive is 10.
Since you wouldn't like be actively searching for it, I'd probably go with that number. I don't think you
Okay.
see anything.
That was a 21 on acrobatics.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't see anything.
No, what's Rasputin's passive?
Rasputin's not inside the room necessarily. He's just kind of like he would be more of like outside in the hallway,
No,
and
no,
not
no,
Yeah.
no. But I'm mostly meaning like she did this before you guys went upstairs.
And I would be like,
Oh.
following
Yeah, like
you.
this is as you guys are walking towards the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
in
It
case
is
he noticed me.
a passive
Hero
perception
Uh-huh.
16.
Yeah, no,
Hmm.
21
Passive perception is 16.
Expertise, baby.
Well,
Jesus.
let's see. How high did you roll in acrobatics?
A 21.
Okay, that's pretty good. You make it down to the bottom. And since if you're trying to make sure that they don't see you, I'm gonna have you roll a stealth check as well. It'll be contested with
Not
his.
one.
So we clearly see you just drop down from the window. Like from this window
So
here.
she makes it down just fine, right? Like it pretty stealthy, but then as soon as she tries to hide, she like pushes her back up against the back wall with such force that it makes a loud thud sound with her horns, in particular, like right in the back into the wall.
In one of the windows, we just see like a shadow just whoosh past, and I stand up in the window, make eye contact, and then just duck.
Pretty much, like ducks and like roll loudly, pushes up against the wall.
I found her.
Was that?
Yes, it was. Wait, I do not know what your friend does sometimes, but jumping from roofs is not a good idea. Believe me, roofs are the worst way to sneak around. Everybody sees you. I have tried many times, and I have failed many times due to roofs.
Let's just regroup with Chai and.
Or do you mean re-roof? Ah.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, that was terrible pun.
So
I just peek one eye around the corner. I'm like, Chai.
you see Chai pressed up against the wall, going like, like staring, making eye contact with you as you're around the corner. Man, that's really funny.
She like brushes her skirt off. She's like, yes, Sam. What can I help you with?
Roll out of bed out the window again, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened there. That was a oops. I tried. I fucked up. I'll admit it, I fucked up.
That was so good.
You almost had it had you not stood up in front of the window.
It was funny. I was gonna make a contested stealth versus his passive perception, but then you rolled a nat 1. I was like, oh no.
You stuck the landing always over the shadow. And then you stood up.
Yeah, I know. I tried. I'll admit defeat this time. I'll admit defeat this time. This probably will never happen again. I will never admit defeat. This time, I fucked up.
I have a
Anyways,
plan.
what's the plan?
I actually have a plan I'd like to run by you because it requires putting me in extreme danger.
Like this plan.
I know you say that,
I don't like it.
but hear me out.
Mm.
We get our good friend Wade to agree to stage a breakout. During the commotion, I shapeshift into him, run to the hills while he, hopefully someone knows a disguise self, spell, disappears. I go to the main camp. I signal you guys by lighting a supply cache on fire, and the cavalry charges in.
I don't know about this one. I still don't know about this one. I don't know if anybody knows your magic. I think this is a bad idea. I think we're being a little too rash for once. I think we're being.
Like I said, we still need to talk to Storm
It's
and
not
see
as
what
bad
we.
as flirting with a hag,
That was a bad idea too.
but it worked.
Not really.
It worked. I'm going to have to say it did work. I cannot lie in this situation. It worked fairly decently. You just slipped up a little bit here and there.
Quoting the
That was it.
G-Man, unforeseen consequences.
I don't. Yeah. But if you
Let's
think
see.
it's a good idea, it's worth a shot, I guess.
Let's run it by Storm. If he comes up with a better plan, stick with that plan.
All right. I don't like the plan, but if Storm likes the plan, I guess.
All right.
Also, I just realized. Okay, so, but our main mission here. What are we after? Like, before
Hopefully.
it makes sense. It doesn't make sense.
Hopefully,
The shiny beforehand.
if
Why
I
don't
get
you
my
ask?
eyes- That's the point of me infiltrating the camp. If I confirm Shiny's there, we make our assault. If Shiny's not there, I'll slip away, report back what I saw. Storm can handle it on his own.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's the whole point of my plan of infiltrating the camp, to gain intelligence. And once intelligence is gained, we will do with it as we please.
All right. What's the plan?
We don't have one.
Who are you talking to?
Talk to Storm.
Talk to
Storm.
Storm?
The Storm.
All right. So, assuming you're making your way over there now.
Yeah.
All right. You see Storm as you get near the well in the center of town. See Storm currently chatting with Wade over there. Sees you coming, Sam. Walks over towards you. Is like, well, he talked.
And
The bandit camp's not very far off from the town of Craig's. sort of further north, but I have a feeling I know the area, so. But we might need to get like together a decent plan and definitely a posse if we're gonna try and take it over.
I have one, but it will put at least myself at extreme risk.
He
And
folds
I
his
fully
arms,
understand.
is like cocks his head a bit, is like, all right, humor me.
I'm a changeling. I can change shape at will to whoever I've met before, and I look directly over the jail cell. We stage a jailbreak. In the chaos, someone casts disguise on Wade there. I change shape. I sneak off towards the camp. And Wade here is still in prison, but in a hidden location. Probably some basement. Keep out of visual sight, because apparently Crackbeak has eyes everywhere.
He slowly nods, is like, all right, there's a few things that I'm kind of questioning about this, but otherwise it's a pretty good plan. So who's gonna be the ones doing the jailbreaking? Are we like actively letting Crackbeak's gang into the town?
No, Wade will pretend, of course, for leniency. If we can get him to maybe commit some acting,
All right.
because he knows for a fact if Crackbeak does attack, he's one of the first to die.
All
Because
right.
I can tell
He'd be
you
labeled a
right
traitor.
now. I personally can tell you right now. If Sackbeak ain't killing him, it's gonna be us. Because he's a liability.
So, again, for his own safety, he'll be moved to a hidden location. Of course, he has to pretend to escape. And in the chaos, he gets polymorphed or disguised or something, and I take his place.
He nods some more. He's like, sounds solid. You'll probably have to convince him first, though.
Can do that.
He kind of gestures off, just like, by all means.
Chai skips over to the fucking. I'm assuming this person isn't here anymore.
Wait, who? Oh no, yeah, she's there.
Skips over to the thing. Hey, wait. I have a quick question for you. So, between you and me, we are trying to save your life here a little bit. Like, my friends may not.
I mean, they're equally worse, the gallows or Crackbeat's blade.
Sam, you're not helping. What I'm saying is, I don't want you to die in theory, because I feel that you can redeem yourself with the tavern lady. I don't want her upset, because her upset makes me angry. So, I do have a plan. It will save your life, possibly if Sacked Peak ever takes over. We are going to use some magic, some spells, shall we say, hopefully, to stage a breakout to make it look like you've broken out. A friend, she's saying this hushed, by the way, so no one else can hear. My friend here can kind of shapeshift into you. I think he's already done that in front of you before, so we should be good. What we're gonna do is make you look like somebody else and get you somewhere safe. You know, underground, away from everywhere. So, what do you say? In for safety, out for death. What do you say?
Roll persuasion.
Haha, yes.
And with advantage, because I got expertise.
With her advantage?
Yeah, and I'm helping.
Oh yeah, if he's helping, advantage.
Not much. How about a 17 still, though?
Oof.
Good.
I have +8 on persuasion.
I'm gonna say you.
Wait. So it didn't matter. It was still 17.
No, I rolled a 7 and then it was a 9.
Yeah, I'd say that's good. He looks at you, stares a little, and is like, "All right, tell me what you need to do. Tell me what I should do."
I fill him in. We're filling him in. Filling him in.
There's going to be a point where
Huh?
the key is going to be inconspicuously dropped. You're going to reach for it, tuck it away, and then at night, you're going to. Then tonight, you're going to leave the cell. One of us is going to be watching. We're going to shout, cause up a stir, and Storm here hopefully knows a spell that can change either who you look like or what you are. At that point, I'm going to slip in from the shadows as you and run off the camp.
He nods, is like, "All right, I'll be ready when the time gets there." As this happens, though, you hear fast footsteps coming from behind where Ratsputin and Storm is, and you hear a child's voice going like, Sheriff Storm, what are you doing?" And then Storm was like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting to see you here." You hear the footsteps of like an exhausted other kid running behind. The first kid was maybe like 10 years old. The second one's roughly like 18, 17. And it's like, "Will you stop running away like that? You know Mom doesn't like that." I was like, "Sorry, I saw Storm over here. I wanted to say hi." "What you guys doing over here?" He walks over here.
Oh, we're just making sure that very bad man does not get out. We're guarding.
"Oh, what did he do?"
Very, very bad thing.
"Oh,
He was a traitor. Shy is suspicious of the kids.
a
She's suspicious.
traitor."
Hey, you want to see a magic trick?
He perks up in excitement. He's like, "Magic trick?"
I look over to the older kid, and I just shape change.
He changed the older kid?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Shy just gives him a side
I start making
glance.
silly faces.
He sees this happen and he starts giggling. He's like, "You should look at your face." He's like, the older kid's like, What's wrong with my face?" He looks into the well water. He's like, "What the heck?"
I shape change back to my normal self.
Oh, I thought you were shape changing him.
No.
No, you're
Oh,
shape-changing into him.
okay. Into him. Okay. I see. It was like, I thought you pointed at him and caused him to shape change
No.
and change his face or something.
I'm the changeling. I'm the one that shape changes.
Okay, I was like, "What?" Yeah, he's like, "Whoa, what?" He looking between his brother and you. He's like, "How did you do that?"
Just a talent I have.
It's like, "Whoa, that's awesome." And the older boy was just like, "Sorry."
I'm gonna inside check the older boy.
Older boy, all right, go ahead. Roll insight.
Gonna be an 18.
18. Yeah, you see the older boy is just like, he's like I explained earlier, he's exhausted. He was just ran after this little kid. You can see like kind of like a familiar bond between these two, like they are family, brother and brother.
Nothing like.
Nothing like that. Like he's
Okay.
very much just like interested in trying to get the younger kid back to where they're supposed to be. It's like he walks up, just like, "Sorry for us interrupting. I wasn't expecting him to run off like that. Our mother's over at the refugee camp at the other side of town. Yeah, sorry."
Not a problem.
And then he goes like, "Come on, stop doing that. Let's go back home. And the little kid's just like, oh, but why, Hunter? It's like, just go, come on. And then they both like start making their way back to the little camp on the other side. You see him round the corner and back over to the camp.
He looks over to Wade. So, Mr. Knows Everything, did I just show my hand?
I see what the idea is. Now tell me, Storm. He like leans up against the bars and looks over at Storm's like, you have a plan of when we're doing this? And he walks over and is like, well, I guess it's up to these two.
Hopefully tonight, if everything goes according to plan.
We could. Gotta do a little bit of preparing first, but it shouldn't be too difficult.
Right, so once this goes down, Wade, you're tentatively to start your life anew wherever you end up after this camp is dealt with. Right? This is your ticket to a fresh start.
He like slowly nods and is like, all right.
Is that fair, Storm?
Sounds fair to me. You would help in taking down one of the biggest gang bosses in this side of the West.
Oh, he'd practically be a hero. At that point, he kind of like stretches. Is there a pair of your overalls back in your barn?
He looks taken aback at this. Is like, my overalls.
Gonna need to get changed.
Yeah.
I don't even know at this point.
There would be some in the barn.
I go and get like my costume ready.
All right. Yeah. Easy enough. You walk over to the barn after like a little bit of like rummaging around the little things. You find in this big cabinet over here on the barn side, you find a nice pair of like plaid over like button-up shirts and a nice pair of like blue overalls to put on.
All right.
They are a little baggy on you though.
Yeah, like I'll grow into it.
Grow into it.
So I just take a. Essentially, I'll let them know like I'm just going to stay in the alley till nightfall.
All right. So the plan's to wait around.
Let your small friend know at around when the moon's at its highest. Drop the key in front of his cell.
Yeah, Storm nods. Is like, it'll happen.
And you can cast polymorph or disguise.
I got disguise. Don't worry, I got you covered.
All right, and I tuck away into this alley.
All right, now plans to wait around for it to happen. High 12.
What do you want to do, Rasputin? Because you've been quiet.
I have been muted this entire time.
Oh my gosh. I was wondering why you're so quiet.
That's my fault. I'm just like, okay, just ignore everything I said. But
No, didn't mean to. Please speak up.
no, it wasn't me. It was
Well,
that
what did
fact
you
that I
want to
was
say
muted.
earlier? Yeah, what were you like this whole time? What were you trying to say?
I don't even remember
I
now.
don't remember.
It's fine.
I was
It's
wondering
fine.
why you were so quiet. That was really funny.
Anyways, it is good. It is a plan. It is. We shall see how it works out, and I hope that it will work out for you, friend. So.
All right. Sounds like a good plan. Planning on waiting around for it to happen? You want to do something beforehand? Got pretty much all day. Because it is like early morning right now.
Yeah, I'm taking this time to actually like properly rest. Like, I know I took a long rest, but this is Sam's nap time. Like, he gets to take a little siesta.
Okay. Other than like, yeah, taking a nap or something, you could talk to some of
That
the.
gives me an excuse to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right, yeah, sure. You could talk to some of the residents, see what's going on.
Was there any? Who's all it? Your thing is decided to unfocus on itself. I don't know what it's focusing on.
Me neither.
Who's all in this town, by the way? Who all lives here?
So we got Storm,
husband.
Wade. I got Storm and his husband Tehran.
Tavern and her husband, who's dead in front of us, probably.
Arla over here, who's obviously
and their
Wade.
Mother.
The children over here, who's in the refugee camp, and their mother.
The
yes.
frog.
Elira, yeah.
Elira. And who else lives in this town?
We got the blacksmith over
right.
the other side. 1 second, I have a thing. I have 4 pages. Okay. There it is. Okay, yeah, we got Tehran, Eichmann, Wade, Arla, and then we got the mortician and priest who is over here at the church.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
What? By looking, can we see the church from here?
Oh yeah, it's just right across. It's right here. This building.
Is there any specific god that it looks like it worships?
On the fronts you see like banners of like a rose flower, just kind of out on the outside. From immediate looks, you can't really tell exactly. And then, like I said earlier, you have the 2 kids over there and their mother. That's pretty much it.
Got it.
But yeah, church and graveyard, both run by the same dude.
It's not fucking creepy at all.
I'm
gonna go see what's up with him. You coming, Redspin? Or what is your plan today?
My plan today?
Yeah.
Well, I might as well tag around. I don't have a specific plan in mind. Just...
Got it.
Just a little...
Say hi to this mortician. After this Wade guy. She says as like they're walking towards it. I'm kind of suspicious of everyone in this town, you feel me?
After what happened, it is a little bit hard not to think so. And not only that, but there has been a couple of things said that warrant suspicion on my end. Well, at least for me, anyways. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but don't know. Just feel like if we try and get a posse, that half the posse will turn against us.
Yeah. Well, The kids are definitely out of the story. They're too young, and I don't want to traumatize them even more than they already have been. Their poor mother, she can stay as well, to be honest. This priest, though, let's go see what he wants. See if, if he's a priest, maybe he's a healer. We do need one of those after all.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean, not necessarily?
There are healing potions for a reason.
Yes, but they're expensive. And if we can get a dude who can, she does it like her hands up and they're like just gassing something.
Yeah, I mean,
Magic.
it is helpful, but magic also has a cost. It is why I don't practice in it.
I'm aware it has a cost. Very aware of that.
But
Glancing at the tavern briefly.
either way, I agree. Let's go. We might as well go see the priest and see what if he can do anything for us.
I agree. We're going. We're walking.
All right, cool. So you guys all make your way over to the entranceway of the church, which is right over there. The inside is quiet. The pews don't have anything. You see more of those banners of like a rose on the inside. But as they progress, like you see the entranceway is over here, right? And then as they go farther down, you see the rose opening more and more and more. And then on the inside, you see like a symbol of like flame inside the rose petal, like fully like opened from like a top-down view. And then at the very end, you see a man sitting at the end, currently just like kneeling down at like some altar at the edge, praying.
Just wait.
Yeah, we're being respectful.
You give him a few little like a few seconds. He looks up. He makes this kind of like gesture after doing that. He kind of just like opens his hand and moves that. Stands up, looks behind, is like, new faces. He makes his way over towards you. He's right here now. I was like, what can I do for you?
We didn't want to interrupt. We're just coming in to say hello. We had a bit of a friend of mine, Storm, had a crazy idea, and we're looking at gathering kind of a posse, shall you say? We're kind of going into the deep end with this cracked peak or something.
Essentially, what we are trying to say is we need all the help we can get. And we do not know if you could help us in any way, shape, or form.
So you're putting together a posse?
Yes, it is a lot to ask of. I realize.
I don't
with the
quite
whole...
know. I'm no fighter.
It's all good. We're more looking for healing.
Or just support in general. I know that mages can do a fancy battle tactic field works type thing. I just stab. I just take a knife and I just stab. Sorry, I probably shouldn't say this in your church. I mean, it is a church after all. Anyways, I am getting off topic.
I just face palms. My God, we are so awkward without Sam. We're the worst.
Oh no, it's just that I sometimes speak my mind a little bit too much. If I actually think about it, I am actually a pretty good speaker, but I do not think all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes though. And sometimes I come up with really great plans. Anyways, once again, I digress. Would you be able to help us, like I said, in any way, shape, or form? if you do not feel comfortable on battlefield, that is also acceptable. You can
The
provide
goddess,
support from behind.
the goddess Mistra blessed me with my healing abilities. So if that's what you seek, then I'll be happy to help.
Thank you. Because as we all know, the town is going to become under attack if we are not careful.
He like nods, and then you hear the church bell overhead, and it's just like ring a few times, marking that it's 10 a.m. roughly. And then he goes like, "Oh, it's that time already." He walks over here. You see him pick up something from right behind the altar. Like it's like a bowl full. Like you see him pick up a bowl and then kind of like pour like a ladle of something that's been like stewing over top of this little like thing over here. Pour it in the bowl. Is like, wait right here, real fast. And then walks over here.
I love you all. So
Not very
much.
stealthily though. You see this. You see him do this, and he's just like he looks back and is like, whatever. Like he doesn't really care that you saw it happen, but he goes over and kind of like pulls down on the head of this statuette that's right here, and you see the floor open up and stairways go down. He's like, just stay up here for really quick. I gotta hand this to someone, and he comes down and he disappears underground.
I'm gonna insight him as he goes down. What's the meaning behind him?
All right.
I've gotta hand this to someone, he says. I don't trust this son of a bitch.
Can I guess it would be a religion check. What god he said that he was worshipping?
Arcana? Is religion a regular roll?
A religion is a roll, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Roll religion check, and then you can do an insight check.
16.
Oh,
16.
wait. I have a -2 in this. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. That's a 6. Nope. I don't know crap.
Yeah, you basically just know the name Mistra, like you've heard it before, but you have no idea, like, what
Who
it's
is-
for. Yeah.
Who is Mr.
And then what's the insight check?
It was a 16.
16. Yeah. You can tell, like, just, like, trying to see, he is genuine in what he is saying. Like, he does want to help you. And then when that happened, he was like, more of like a air of caring comes over him. Like, he needs to get this food to someone that he cares about.
Ah. Got it. Hmm.
After a bit of time, you see him walk back up, and he's like, sorry, I don't usually have to do that while other people are here. I suppose I can let you in, but only if you can keep a good secret.
Oh, I can do that.
I can always keep secrets, but
He
at the same time, I just with what's going on, been a little lately. I'm just a little concerned, you know.
That is totally fair. I didn't seem exactly very what's the word? It was very unexpected, I can tell. But if I can explain everything if you will follow me. He
I'm letting this
gestures.
guy go down first.
I'll follow them.
Yeah, he walks down first and then goes down the stairs, the revealed stairway.
I'm gonna. When we get closer to the banner as we're walking towards him,
Yeah.
I'm also gonna do the religion thing. To
Okay.
See if I recognize the banner at all.
Roll
like
it.
the bigger one that has
The bigger one?
fire on it. Because that one seems more like the right symbol compared to the roses.
Uh-huh.
Fucking no better. 5. I have no
Yeah,
fucking clue.
you like heard
you
the
knew
name
more than I
before, but you still have no idea. But I'll let you have this part. As you get closer to the big one in the center, within the fire bit, you see extra details that you didn't see earlier. But you do kind of see like a circle a concentric circle of 7 different stars. And on the inside is kind of like a misty red. Your camera just crapped itself. Does everyone else see that?
Whose?
There we go.
Mine?
Yeah, yours glitched out real bad on my end.
Oh.
That was weird.
Not on my end.
All right.
It was just a hand.
He heads down the stairs. Is like, this way, please. He's
Sure.
very
Follow.
obviously like keeping in front of you.
Follow.
As
Okay.
you head down, it's like a fairly dark area. Like a lot of different things. It looks from where you emerge, like over in this building. He's like, I really should like have put actual lights in here. And then he strikes up a torch and is like, this way. As you guys walk along this direction, he's like, this used to be a old meeting place back in the early days of Tombstone. The chapel got built on top of it after a raid of invaders from a nearby settlement. Way back, I say, like 500 years ago. So this building's quite old, so watch your step. He gets over here and is like, he turns around like very sharply. He's like, I never told you my name.
Again.
He like swerves and was like, I never told you my name. Norvin. My name is Norvin
Norvin.
Palmer. And you?
I am Rasputin. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He's a rat.
He's just a rat. He. Ooh, okay.
Oh.
He. Are we good? What's going on over here? Oh. Okay. As he leads you over, he's brushing away cobwebs, and he gets all the way to the end of like the series of pillars before entering into the final room with the locked door. He enters and is just like, hello? Are you awake? Sorry if I woke you. And you hear a voice from within, kind of like a soft, wispy voice, kind of is like, kind of like hesitant, like every other like syllables, like, enter. And then he does so with his bowl. Walks near the center where there's like a nice table and a chair set up. Relatively, it's pretty good in here. A lot of the cobwebs and stuff are doing like here, like there's cobwebs and stuff, but he sees all this and is like, oh jeez. And then he takes his torch and kind of like burns away a lot of these different cobwebs and then lights some of the torches on the outside and is like, I see that you've been kind of slacking in cleaning recently. I don't blame you, honestly. The wispy figure is like, I have, haven't I? It's all right. You don't need to worry too much about it. You see, like, as you get a good look at the figure, it's like a very cloaked figure, like skin tight, like cloak with like black bandages wrapped around all of this, and you cannot see the face. But the figure does remove the as he sits down, removes the hood, and you see the cowl. That's the one. It removes the cowl, and you see like two what is it, bandages, I don't really know, kind of going across the face, over both eyes and around the head in like a shape like that. And you do notice that the skin is pure white and he has no nose nor mouth. But you still hear the voice of this person is like, thank you for the food, kind of like hesitantly. It's like, you can come outside, you know. You don't have to be cooped up out here. At this, he kind of like, he sits up straight and is like, no, I mustn't leave this place. Not yet. And Norvin kind of like sighs, like, I know.
Not yet.
This is, he looks down and is like, well, he's never given me a name. He came here roughly 4 years ago, and he insisted on a place to hide. He's been here ever since. He hasn't really told me much about what's happening. He rarely ever leaves this room. I keep it locked for him because he insists.
Is somebody searching for you?
You see the figure kind of like slowly turn his head over to where you are. It's like, I must be careful. And then Norvin, he like slowly nods, is like, that's basically the same answer he keeps giving me.
Interesting. Well, we all have secrets. I have my own that I must protect from other people. But needless to say, that whatever it is that you maybe think that you'll need to not necessarily hide, but just keep secret, sometimes you might be surprised. Unless it's, of course, detrimental to them, like perhaps maybe them being killed. Then that warrants no.
He
Does that make sense?
roll a persuasion check.
Oh boy. It's my modifier. 10.
10. Yeah, he sits up and kind of like slowly stands up from his chair, and moves over to in front of all of you. Is like, I mustn't leave. If I do, I could put everyone in danger. And then he,
I apologize if I offend you in any way, or if you don't understand, it's all right. It is fine. She repeats, why exactly are you hiding? In both deep speech and Sylvan. Not in common at all.
he hears you say this, and he doesn't really react. He kind of cocks his head sideways.
Understood. It's just I try, you know?
He slowly makes his way back to the chair, and then you see as he puts his hand outwards over top of the bowl, and then kind of like takes his finger and kind of like dips it in, and then he sits there for a bit, and you can see the bowl suddenly like it kind of lifts off the table a little bit. It follows his finger, and then after a bit the bowl falls down empty on the table.
That's a nifty trick.
Where
That is interesting.
I came from, I did not need sustenance. Now that I am here, it's a slow feeling hunger. It's not often, but I do feel it. And as you probably have noticed, he gestures towards his face and is like, I don't quite look like you.
That is the thing. Nobody ever looks alike.
To be honest, us two don't look like many people either. Well, I'm not exactly from this plane, after all.
I mean, look at me. I am rat. How many talking rats have you seen?
He makes like a soft like not very many.
You see? So, well, okay. It was wonderful meeting you. But I must say, do you have a name?
He looks down and is like, he slowly shakes his head and like, no, I do not remember my name.
Well, how about we call you?
Let's not call him anything. That sounds really rude.
Well, he should be known as something. We can't just go. We can't just call him nothing.
Is that what you'll call me?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No. No.
Oh,
No. No.
nothing is very rude.
What about Oh, is similar, but not in the way that you might think. Zero. Zero is a starting point. Though. Instead of it being nothing, it is a starting point.
He slowly nods like, 0. I like it.
Yeah, very well. 0. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I hope that we may be able to meet again soon. I am very intrigued by you. Maybe I'll share some stuff with you.
He stands up at this point and he makes his way over to you. He's like, I hope to see you again soon as well. He goes over to his hand and he unwraps slightly, like his hand at least, and you see that his hand is just as white and like featureless as his face, and he like slowly like kind of like out like this, like kind of like to take your hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of like slowly like bows forward like this, and then releases your hand.
Perfect. Well, we must be going. We need to go and talk to a couple of other people that we might be able to help in a upcoming situation that is going on above.
He like nods like slowly again, and then makes his way back to the table. I'll help you out, and then he walks over to the door and moves past you. This way. Yeah, like closes the door and locks it
Appreciate
behind
it.
everyone.
That was very interesting.
He's Huh?
What exactly is the nature of him?
I don't quite know, as he's like leading you through the different rooms again. He's been, like I said earlier, he's been here for roughly 4 years. He came to all of us from a meteor. He just, one day, we see a fiery ball rain from the sky, lands not very far from town. It was a miracle that he managed to get away before the entire town went and marveled at it. Left a pretty sizable crater.
Meteor.
After checking out the the crash site, I come back to the church and I find him there at the altar. He guides you out and up back up the stairs. He hasn't told me much, but he never takes off those robes or those bandages. In fact, that might have been the most I've seen of him this whole time.
Interesting. I'm assuming he follows the same deity? I'm assuming?
I mean, if he was standing at the altar, then, I mean,
he hasn't
perhaps.
he hasn't told me if he does, but
a similar deity?
I do feel a presence from him whenever I speak. I don't know about similar deity, but he is holy. I just don't know quite where, or where he even came from. He moves his way through the pews and over to this little thing over here.
It's quite interesting, I would say. I don't... God. Sizes are all weird because the squares are weird on this map.
Yeah.
It is quite... It's quite weird. Like, you've unleashed the possible act of deity in your basement. How... Also, medias? Anything else media from that media crash site that was of any note?
No, surprisingly. Usually, when something like that comes down, we usually find the rock from the heavens. But this time, the meteor was empty, and I see why. But I did do some research. He might not be the only one. Now, this is only speculation on my part, but near the same time as the meteor that crashed near here, roughly 5 others were spotted at the same time in different parts. But the issue with this is the news that I received, to my knowledge, never even occurred on this world. Or, for all I know, this plane. It just kind of came to me one time as I was praying. I heard from something that this happened. I don't know where exactly.
Very interesting. That is very interesting.
It is. Well, either way, I mean, we aren't exactly from here ourselves. I mean, obviously, by the way we are, just in general. I mean, these guys came from the Fae Plains. I come from, well, I can't exactly say, but it is good. It is good. All is well and good.
What he's trying to say is plane jumping isn't unfamiliar to us. So, knowing that it happened on other planes, possibly? That was actually super handy for us to keep an eye out. Just in case this gentleman may be safe in your care, but who knows about if there is more, if his fellow companions aren't?
You are familiar with planar travel?
Yeah.
You probably should not go talking about that to everybody. I'm just going to say that. But
I mentioned it first.
well, doesn't mean that you should. Anyways, point being,
He kind of perks up. It's like, you're not from around here, are you?
Nope.
He
Rasputin just holds up a finger to his mouth, just like. Don't say it.
well, wherever you do come from, if
Can I try through the window?
oh yeah, you can see like from this window right here.
I'm gonna use my awakened mind to quickly. I'll try. Perhaps I went into hiding a bit too soon. I'm extremely bored. I've given myself a black eye.
I honestly wasn't expecting him to go exploring the church. So I was like, Sam's just sitting in an alleyway this whole time.
He's roughed himself up a little bit to play the part, and you realize it's about noon still.
Yeah. So yeah, you get this from Sam, a very distressed Sam sitting outside.
I just looks around, being like, what the fuck?
Sees me in the window, just
Yeah, man.
She just gestures him to come inside. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? Come in, dude.
I quickly duck over to this alleyway, then duck inside.
Oh, another.
This is our friend.
Ignore the baggy attire. I'm currently rehearsing for a role.
Rehearsing.
It's going to be.
You know that crazy plan I said we had with Storm?
This is part of it.
That plan.
This is Sam, by the way.
Don't question. We don't question.
Oh, jeez.
This is Sam, by the way. He is
No.
good. Whatever he is, I don't know.
Mr. be with you, Sam.
I'm a changeling.
That's
Been a
right, that
while,
thing.
It's a whole thing.
How fascinating.
Listen, you're a man of religion, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Did you ask him about our mutual thing that happened the other day, or should I?
Something.
You don't remember that? Okay. So I had a very strange dream, and well, ever since I've begun casting spells, he unwraps his hand and shows the weird star, not like pentagram, but it spreads out like a star.
He
Shaped scar on my hand.
he looks towards us like, this is definitely not normal nature. Where did you get this?
Well, my friends were in
He's
trouble.
born with it.
Well, no, it is tied to something I was born with, yes. But friends were in trouble. I called upon this star that's been following me across planes. By the way, we've traveled through different planes.
Yeah, he got that.
Don't say that.
He kind of looks back slyly and is like, so I was right.
And well, it was burned into my hand the moment I cast a spell to save my friends.
Interesting. You say something about a dark star?
When I was born, everyone in the Feywild saw it, but then following nights only I was able to see it. And it's been following me ever since. Some nights it goes missing, which terrifies me. But it's been my one real true companion throughout the decades.
He's like looking thoughtful out this window while you're explaining to this. He's like, well, I don't know much about anything about a dark star, but there are things like related to stars from what I've heard from all different planes, all different dimensions, such as the Starborn. There was a lot of chatter fairly recently, in fact, about something called the Starborn. I do not know something quite called the Dark Star, but
Well, that's what I've named it. It's followed me since birth. That's my personal term for it. I did have a dream with Chai, however. This strange, large thing. A little hazy in my mind, but what do you know of the Starborn?
well, not much is known of the Starborn, but I do know that it has its followers through many different planes. I don't quite know where the followers are from, but I do know that they have mastered extraplanar travel. And through that use of that intentional misdirection and loss of very important info on such a thing, I, luckily, was there before a lot of the recent events happened. And due to my position, he gestures around, is like, I do come across things like this from allies in other planes. If it weren't for them, I probably wouldn't have much to tell you.
Well, appreciate the limited knowledge you have.
You have allies in other planes. Can we not skip over that? That was kind of suspicious.
He looks back and is like, oh, don't worry. We're all followers of Mistra, seekers of knowledge. Since he looks at both of you, is like, you seem to be planar travelers yourselves. Keep an eye out for them. They could help you on your journeys further ahead.
Will do. Appreciate it.
One last thing, related to the Starborn. While I don't know much about its followers, I do hear quite often a single phrase, the Starborn Legion. Does that ring any bell to you?
Nope.
No.
He slowly nods, like, I don't quite know either, but it could either be, like, a name of its followers, a special group, I don't quite know. I'm sorry I couldn't help you anymore.
It's fine.
Anything else I can assist you with?
I think
Did they already ask if you could be a
yeah,
healer?
Yes,
no,
yes.
yeah, he's not that kind.
Okay. Okay. Well,
But I will
not that
help
kind that
in any healing or any magic help that you could need. But I am no fighter.
well, at least we'll have someone to.
Hold back on.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
you know,
we
I'll keep my mouth shut.
we should probably get going. We have more people to hopefully help in this situation. I mean, to not help in this situation, yes, but we also need their help.
I got
Both ways.
I have a
we
feeling
need.
business is gonna pick up for you anyway. And I just
That's a line. All right.
That's a line. Okay.
What? If he's not a healer, he's probably a mortician. So I'm like, okay.
He is a
He's at
healer,
the
but he's
priest
also a
and then the
mortician.
There's two separate places.
He's both. He is kind of like a spiritual. He does have healing abilities and stuff, but
But
he's
why
also
is he
is a
funeral
He's
mortician.
also a necromancer.
I don't know about
Some
that.
funerals tonight, okay? Just saying.
He kind of like wide eyes is like, I sure hope not.
And that wasn't very cool. You should probably stop that before he punches you in the face. I know I'm about to.
He bows to all three of you as he enters, like, Mistra guide you. And then
Thank
you
you.
all walk out. You guys all make your way over to here. And as you get right around here, just walking, as Sam's about to duck his way back into the alleyway, you, which one of you has the highest passive perception?
Oh, definitely Rasputin.
Probably me.
Rasputin, you will notice this, that there is a weird lack of noise coming from Wade's cell.
He's going to look over there and peer inside.
As you make your way over, you see the remnants of a torch currently laying on the floor. And as you peer your way inside, you do see someone in there. You do see someone in there. As you're looking inside, you hear muffled choking sounds. And then as you get there, it suddenly comes into full view of a still alive Wade hanging by his neck from the top, choking on a noose that was tied to the roof. And that is where we're going to end the session.
I was about to just pull out my dagger and just go.
The best laid plans.
Fucked up instantly.
Fuck.
He's still alive.
Everywhere.
He's still alive. But oh man, I did have to find a way to end it because it was getting pretty late. But yeah,
Luckily,
What are you talking about? I have
neck.
I have to stay up for another 3 hours, Chris, at least. I'm working
Why?
graveyards now.
Oh.
I'm working graveyards now.
No, I decided to cut it just to 2 hours roughly. But if you
Yeah,
want to
that's-
talk about
that's
what
easier.
happened during the session, we can.
Holy fuck.
There's a lot of role playing in that one.
Oh yeah, that
I
was a
like it.
roleplay heavy episode. I figured we should totally do
Sam
something
been
like that.
down there in the crypt. I think I'm piecing something together. Out of
Okay.
character.
Okay, out of character. What do you?
I want to, yeah, I just want to hear you guys' theories. I don't want to hear, Chris, I don't want to hear a peep out of you and just be like,